example for highest GPA. In this programming example, we'll discuss how to use a stack to determine students holding the highest GPA from a list of students' names and their GPAs. Recall that a stack is a last-in, first-out data structure. The basic operations performed on a stack are: push an item onto a stack, retrieve the top element of a stack, and pop an item from a stack. A stack can be implemented as an array or a linked list. This programming example uses the array implementation of a stack. The class stackType implements a stack as an array. Next, recall the definitions of the functions push, top, and pop. The definitions of the other functions can be found in the text. Let us write a program that uses the class stackType to determine the students holding the highest GPA. The program reads a data file consisting of each student's GPA, followed by each student's name. It then prints the highest GPA and the names of all of the students who received that GPA. A sample input file with each student's GPA and name is shown here. The program will output the highest GPA from the list and all of the names associated with the highest GPA. To begin, we'll read the first GPA and the name of the student. Because this data is the first item read, it is the highest GPA so far. Next, we'll read the second GPA and the name of the student. We'll compare this second GPA with the highest GPA so far. If the new GPA is greater than the highest GPA so far, you must update the value of the highest GPA so far. Initialize the stack, that is, remove the names of the students from the stack, and save the name of the student with the highest GPA so far in the stack. If the new GPA is equal to the highest GPA so far, you must add the name of the new student to the stack. And if the new GPA is smaller than the highest GPA so far, you must discard the name of the student with this grade. Continue this process until you reach the end of the input file. The program will use the following variables to hold the current GPA, to hold the highest GPA, to hold the name of the current student, to implement the stack, and to read from the input file. This discussion translates into the following algorithm. Declare the variables and initialize the stack. Open the input file. If the input file does not exist, exit the program. Set the output of the floating point numbers to a fixed decimal format with a decimal point and trailing zeros, and set the precision to 2 decimal places. Read the GPA and the student name. Assign the value of GPA to highest GPA. While not end of file, if GPA is greater than highest GPA, clear stack. That is, remove the names of the students from the stack. Push the name of the student having the highest GPA so far in the stack, and update the value of the highest GPA. If GPA is equal to highest GPA, push the name of the student having the highest GPA in the stack. Again, read the next GPA and the student name. Output the highest GPA, and output the names of the students having the highest GPA. Now that the problem has been analyzed and the algorithm has been designed, we'll begin by including the header files. We will include the header file mystack.h, which contains the definition of the class stackType. The body of the main function starts here. We'll declare the variables and open the input file highestGPAdata.txt. If the input file does not exist, the program terminates with an error message. Next, set the manipulators fixed and show point, and set the precision to 2 decimal places. Read the GPA and the student's name from the input file, and assign the value of GPA to highest GPA. Next, while not at the end of the input file, if the current GPA is greater than the highest GPA, initialize the stack. If the stack is not full, push the student's name with the highest GPA to the stack, and update the value of highest GPA. If the current GPA is equal to the highest GPA, add the name of the new student to the stack. Otherwise, output an error message and terminate the program. Read the next GPA and name of the student. Output the highest GPA. While the stack is not empty, output the name of the student with the highest GPA, and pop the top element of the stack. A sample run of the program looks like this. As you can see, the names of the students with the highest GPA are output in the reverse order from the input file. This is because the top element of the stack is the last element added.